The airbase looked old and tired, rusty, dry, faded. Tents flapped in the heat. The sun was brutal. On the far side, F-16 jets waited in neat rows. Engines roared as crews moved with quick, sharp steps. Some pilots laughed loudly, but it sounded fake, like they were pretending everything was fine. Major Cora Hale didn't say a word. She just walked through it all, quiet and steady. Welcome the battlefield echoes. Before we begin, tell us in the comments, what city are you watching from? And if you think stories like this should be heard, please subscribe. These days, Cora wasn't a pilot anymore. Officially, she was a training analyst. She watched old combat footage, corrected mistakes, and stayed silent. No command stripes. Just a name tag on a worn-out uniform. Most people ignored her. A few looked away like they didn't want to face what she reminded them of. They joked about her on base. Said she wasn't grounded for crashing a plane, but for crashing a briefing. Year ago, during a mission review, Cora had calmly pointed out a strike mistake that killed civilians. She didn't yell. She just stood up, explained the error, and walked out before her boss could react. 2 days later, her flight clearance was gone. Officially, it was for breaking rules. Everyone knew it was because she embarrassed the top. Brass dots, she could have quit, taken a private contract, left it all behind. But she didn't. She asked to be sent to a forgotten outpost near dangerous territory. No status, no recognition. She didn't come to be seen. She came because she knew something was coming. And today, it was close. In the mission tent, tension filled the air. Maps were pinned down. Screens blinked with drone footage. A young officer barked coordinates while wiping sweat from his face. Captain Menz, confident and smug, gave the orders. Extract in 4 hours, route Bravo. Cora sat in the back. No one asked her to be there, but no one asked her to leave either. That's how she worked now, like a ghost. She watched the maps, saw the flaw in seconds. Route Bravo missed something. They thought the hills were clear, but the last drone scan was at noon useless. The enemy would be hiding in the cool, shaded gullies. She said nothing. Then, from the side of the tent, a voice spoke. Commander Travis Grant stepped forward. Dusty, tired, tough. You're assuming no missiles on the north slope. You sure? Menz? Tried to cover. We checked. No heat signs. At noon? Grant asked, raising an eyebrow silence. Cora didn't speak, but her body showed she agreed. Menz looked uncomfortable. We'll fly fast, he said. They won't have time to lock on. Grant didn't argue. He just walked out. As he passed Cora, he asked quietly, Still got your wings? She replied without looking. I still keep the seat warm. That night, in a quiet corner of the hangar, Cora checked her old jet. An F-15E Strike Eagle. No longer hers, but it felt like home. She had flown it for years. Now, she kept it clean and ready. Just in case, Captain Julia Rees found her there. Why do you keep doing this? She asked. They'll never let you fly again. Cora didn't look up. Someone has to be ready when the plan fails. Morning came. The squad lifted off. SEALs inside Blackhawks. Jets flying high overhead. The plan was set. But Cora knew it was wrong. She stood silently in the control tent, watching, waiting. Then, at 5:18, the signal glitched. Static. A warning sign. Enemy jamming. Next, an explosion rocked Raven 2. Not a direct hit, but close. Gunfire followed from the cliffs. The SEALs were trapped. The jets above couldn't help. They were too high. Blind. Useless. Captain Menz gave orders, but it was too late. The canyon was a kill zone. And they had walked right into it. At 5:26, Grant's voice cut through the chaos. Call the real pilot. Everyone went still. They all knew who he meant. Cora Hale. She didn't wait. She dropped her clipboard, turned, and left. Outside, the heat was rising. She crossed the tarmac alone, past shocked soldiers. Toward Base 6, her jet was there hidden, But ready. By 5:31, she was in the cockpit. No permission, no backup. Just muscle memory and fire. The tower screamed at her to stop. She turned off the radio, pushed the throttle, and flew. She dove into the canyon fast and low. No targeting help, no data feed. Just her instincts. At 5:34, she found the enemy. Dozens of gunners, hidden vehicles, smoke rising. Raven 2 burning. She dropped 2 bombs, pulled up hard. The explosion cracked the canyon floor. The fight ended in seconds. At 5:39, a voice asked, "Who the hell was that?" Cora didn't answer. She turned north and flew home. She landed without a word. No one met her. No celebration. Just silence. Inside command chaos. "You violate command," the general shouted. Cora put her helmet on the table. "I ended it," she said. Then Commander Grant entered, bloody, holding a folded flag. "This belonged to Petty Officer Wren," he said. "She called for air. She bought us 60 seconds. The SEAL team walked in behind him. Dirty, wounded, alive. Each one saluted Cora. She didn't return it. She didn't need to. The general's voice was soft now. "You'll still face inquiry." Cora looked him in the eye. It was war. Later, her name was erased. Her jet stored. Her badge shut off. No ceremony. Just her walking out into the heat. Someone wrote in grease under the jet. Her. Nobody said who did it. She disappeared. Some said she flew secret missions. Others said she vanished. But in a hangar near Tucson, she waited. No rank, no orders. Just steel, silence, and shadows. She trained pilots who had been forgotten. No theory. Just truth. One day a black SUV arrived. No plates, no names. Inside, a folder, new coordinates. Same danger. They didn't ask. They just left the file. She flew again. Not for medals. Not for command. For the people trapped below. And across the world, when things went wrong, when plans failed in comes. When dead one phrase echoed quietly, call the real pilot. She never answered. She just flew. If you believe Cora Hale should have never been grounded. If you believe heroes who fly into fire deserve to be remembered, subscribe to Battlefield Echoes. And in the comments, tell us what you have called her.